All right, so good evening and welcome to Sunday evening breath work and flow. Actually, this is 3R yoga class here. So yoga for realization, resilience, and recovery. And today's practice is going to be several different breaths. We're going to do a series of different breaths to activate the energy of the body through the breath. And then we will sit for guided rest, and I'll give you the option to come down onto your back if you choose to take your guided rest lying down at that time. Today's practice will be about 35 minutes from here. And so take a moment to remember our first guiding principle, which is support precedes action, and find your supported seat or supported posture. Maybe you want to lie on your back, knees up, legs up the wall, feet flat on the floor from a chair, sitting cross-legged on a cushion or a blanket like I am. Whatever works for you. Take a moment to find yourself here. Bring yourself into this place, into this space. As you can see, well, maybe if you've been here before, this is not my normal environment. I'm working with we're traveling a little bit, and I'm working with what I have. So we're going to work with what we have, which is a great lesson for our practice. Work with what you have in the moment. That is our practice of yoga. That is our practice of recovery. That is our practice of life. We work with what we have in the moment. Find ourselves here and bring yourself into yourself by finding your breath. Begin to feel into the breath coming in and out through the nasal passages, deep into the body cavity. Front, back, sides, full 360 breath without stress, strain, or exertion. So for all of our breath practices, the body is very still. No stress, no strain, no overexertion. And even in these activating breaths, if you feel yourself beginning to get overactivated, you're working too hard. Back off. Just sitting and breathing. That's all we're doing today. Sitting and breathing, and then we'll move into guided rest. All right. So let us raise a little gratitude. So I invite you to lengthen through your spine, lengthen through your side body, lengthen through the crown. Tuck the chin slightly, feel the back of the neck release and then elongate and align, and then feel the full length of the spine from the root to the crown. And then breathing in on the inhale, float your hands to your heart in a way that brings your awareness to your heart space. Maybe left hand over the heart, right hand over the left. Maybe hands in prayer, thumb knuckles resting lightly. And then having established the relationship of yourself to the present moment and brought awareness to the heart space, I invite you to allow to arise in your heart space the sense of gratitude, possibility of gratitude. Maybe there's one thing or one person you're grateful for. Whatever it is, allow gratitude to arise. See it clearly in your mind's eye. And then anchor that gratitude right there at your heart space. And then having established support and allowed gratitude to rise, I invite you, if you choose, to set an intention for your practice this evening, perhaps just a simple intention to be right there with the breath. Today's practice is pranayama, unobstruction of the breath. Breath, one of the primary tools. We're going to work with the breath. So maybe your intention is just to be in your breath. Whatever your intention is, state it to yourself. Hear yourself speak your intention in a clear and declarative voice, as if it is already done. And then taking a full inhale. As you exhale, if you choose, I invite you to bow your chin to your grateful, intentional heart and maybe offer a benediction to seal your intention. As I say, Namo, Namaste. And then with the chin, release the arms. So our first exercise is going to be alternate nostril breathing. Now, in our practice, we use mental awareness. We bring our mental awareness to the left nostril as you inhale. Switch the mental awareness to the right nostril as we exhale. And we're just going to continue that for a moment. In through the left, out through the right. Now, You can make this breath at your rhythm, your pace, your breath, because it's your practice. In all of these practices, it's your practice. Do what is right for you. Listen to the wisdom of your body. So you may be breathing at an entirely different pace than me. That's absolutely appropriate and expected. You are an entirely different being than me. And so you can make this be as long, deep breath. Just make the inhale and the exhale be even. Whatever the pace, whatever the length and volume of your breath, make the inhale and the exhale be even. Now, if your practice involves the use of a hand mudra to actually block the nostril, that's absolutely okay. You're in the space, your own space, in the privacy of your own space by design. So you can, do what is right for you. You may see me actually use the hand mudra. So in through the left, out through the right. So pick rooted, steady, and secure posture. Checking in with your breath, and then begin breathing in through the left, out through the right. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath. Whether you're using just mental awareness or the hand mudra, doesn't matter. Your practice. And as I say, the body is very still. The awareness is on the breath in the nostril. And the focus is at the brow point if the eyes are closed, or at the tip of the nose if the eyes are just narrow. Just continuing the pattern, in through the left, out through the right, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Inhale, and then switch. Exhale through the right, and then make your switch. So now we're inhaling right and exhaling left. Again, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Inhale and exhale are equal length, duration, and volume. Just stay with the pattern. Inhale. Exhale. Sit quietly, be very still, allow everything to settle, check in with yourself, notice what's shifted, if anything, for you. Just be in yourself. Allow the breath to restore the non-shaped breath. So we're not doing anything to change or modify or impact the way that the breath comes and goes. We're just sitting very still and noticing our experience, seeing what's shifted for us. Remember, the idea is to be able to take these tools off the mat. So we do these practices on the mat and then take a moment to observe the effect of the practice so that we know what the practice will do for us when we're off the mat. All right, our next breath is going to be 2-part inhale through the nose, 2-part exhale through the mouth. So if you want, you can just let your hands ride up your thighs on the inhale and down the thighs on exhale. It's not critical that you do that. The main thing is to be in the breath. So 2-part, break the inhale in half, in through the nose, and then out through the mouth. Now, the rest of the body is very still here. And the focus is on the awareness is on the breath in the nostrils and the mouth. And the focus is still at the brow point if the eyes are closed, or at the tip of the nose if the eyes are just narrowed. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Inhaling, exhaling. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, as you start to settle into your pattern, if you do have a thought, have your thought be about full breaths, full volume. Full inhale, full exhale. No stress, no strain, no overexertion. So don't overdo it, but try to be full here, fully engaged, fully active, fully involved, releasing any analysis and just doing the exercise, following the practice, breathing in and breathing out. Last 30 seconds here. Just stay with it. On your next inhale, retain the inhale gently. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin. Lift gently at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, and at the heart. So bring everything to the center. Shoulders are relaxed, the chin is tucked, pelvis is lifting. And then when you're ready, exhale and release. Come back to that supported seat. Release the shaping of the breath. Relax the body, be very still. Notice your experience, notice what shifted. Feel where the energy has engaged and enlivened in your body or in your mind. Just feel into yourself. Be present. Release any shaping of the breath or of the mind and just be. Sitting quietly, allowing everything to settle. Just relaxing into your experience, your being, and just being a body sitting. Maybe you feel enlivened and energized, maybe not. Maybe you feel a little heat from that exercise, maybe not. Whatever you're feeling, just be with it. Allow it to be. Grounded here, fully supported, fully present. Our next breath is going to involve the spine. So we use the arms as a way to bring the spine. So on the inhale, the arms will come. It's a two-part inhale through the nose. So halfway and then open. So the heart lifts and comes forward. Maybe you feel the lower spine arch a little bit. Arms go back, palms open. And then on the exhale, bring the hands to fists and the elbows toward the sides. Two-part exhale through the nose. And we round the spine. So the inhale, two-part inhale through the nose. Exhale, making fists, bringing the elbows to the sides. Two-part exhale through the nose. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Here we go. Sorry, I did that. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Maybe arching the spine on the inhale, rounding the spine on the exhale. Find your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. In and out through the nose. Full deep inhale, complete exhale. Let yourself be with yourself here. Just go with the practice. Feel into the flow. Arching, rounding. Filling and emptying. One minute to go. Just be in it. Let yourself go with the practice. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Last few here. On your next inhale, open the chest, let the heart shine. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin, lift gently at the base, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Let everything settle to the center, be very still. And when you're ready, release and exhale. Bring the hands to the knees, turn the palms up, sit still. Allow that to integrate. Just be still. And notice. Very energetic breath there. Maybe you feel some enlivenment in the torso, in the body, in the heart space, in the mind. Allow yourself to be, let everything just come to the center. Be still. Maybe you notice your mind wanders into maybe some familiar patterns. Just notice that and be compassionate. Be kind. Just observe that that's where your mind goes. It's the nature of the mind to wander. Allow the mind gently come back to your gratitude and to your intention. Let your breath come and go, and just be with yourself. Just breathing and being. Now we're going to repeat the prior, not the last thing, but the one we did prior. So the body is still, and except we're going to flip. So this time the two-part inhale through the mouth, and maybe you let your hands float up and down your thighs, and two-part exhale through the nose. And again, your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. Inhaling two-part through the mouth. And maybe letting the hands ride up and down the thighs. Exhale two-part through the nose. And again, thinking full breath. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. In through the mouth, out through the nose. Tendency here to get the body starts to rock, especially if you're using the arms. So try to be aware of that and allow the body to be very still, with the exception of the arms moving. Yet taking full inhales and complete exhale. Two-part inhale, two-part exhale. In through the mouth, out through the nose. Again, being full. Last minute here. Stay in the pattern. Just a couple more. On your next inhale, gently retain the breath. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin, lift gently at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart. Let everything come to the center. Be very still. And when you are ready, release the breath, release, turn the palms up, be very still. And again, just notice where your energy is. Check in with your intention and your gratitude. Be very still. Release any shaping and allow yourself to be just sitting. Allowing the breath to come and go. Just being with yourself. Cool. Allow yourself to be still. Release any analysis. And then make a choice here on how you wish to be in what posture you wish to be in for your guided rest. So you may remain seated, or if you choose, you may want to come down onto your back on your mat. Your choice. If you come down on your back, allow your toes to fall open. Take your heels as wide as is comfortable for you. Bring your arms down by your side, palms up. Lengthen through the crown. And then imagine you can pull down on your side ribs and feel your lower spine. So you feel longer, the full length of the spine on the mat. And then take a moment, whether seated or lying, take a moment to provide yourself with any additional support that you may want in this rest. So maybe you have an eye cloth or a blanket or a shawl or a bolster. If you're seated, bring your hands into your lap and rest your right palm, the back of your right hand, on the palm of your left hand. Let the thumbs just lightly touch, and then rest your hands in your lap. And again, just be. Let everything go. Be done. You're done. Just allow yourself to be. Feel everything settling for you. Finding your sense of stillness. Maybe just the possibility of stillness. Just feel what it is to be present in this moment. Fully present, fully aware, fully engaged, fully involved. Just sitting or lying and breathing, resting. Supported, steady, sure, at rest. And just allowing yourself to release feeling into the supports, noticing what it is to let go and rest. And then observing the tendencies. Notice where your mind tends to wander to. And when you do notice, just gently and compassionately bring your mind back to rest. Notice the relationship of the resting body, the resting mind. Notice how the breath arrives and leaves, all allowing the breath, allowing the body to rest, allowing the mind to travel as it will, just acknowledging when it has, and then gently guiding it back to the breath, back to rest. And then if you find the mind is challenged by the idea of stillness and rest, because it is the mind's tendency and nature to want to do something, to fix something, to create something. You must give your mind something to do. Ask your mind to track your body, checking for any areas of tightness, constriction, contraction. And do maybe begin at the soles of your feet, work your way up through the feet to the ankles, into the shins and calves, to the knees. Systemically just reviewing, feeling into, directing breath toward anything that is tight. And if you find that the idea of breathing into the tightness just doesn't seem to work for you, that's fine. Know that that's okay. You can consider the option of just softening around whatever's tight. But if you identify part of your body that has tension or tightness or constriction or contraction, and try breathing into that. If that doesn't seem to be working, perhaps try softening around the area. Notice what happens. Notice perhaps that as you soften, you find support. Very important for us here is our first guiding principle: support precedes action. And while we're lying still in rest, this is an action, taking rest. Notice for yourself what your reaction to stillness is, what your reaction to rest is. For many of us, this posture is very challenging. Just sit or lie on your back and allow ourselves to be held, to allow ourselves to be supported, to allow ourselves to receive the breath and the benefit of the practices that we've done. And finally, this evening, I'll invite you to bring your awareness back to the crown of your head, just outside and above the crown of your head. And from that space at the crown, I invite you to witness yourself resting in your space. See the entirety of yourself resting here. And as you observe yourself, witness yourself resting in gratitude, I will take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, I invite and encourage you to remain here in grateful rest for as long as you like. And when you do rise, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you as you go through the remainder of your day, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing day.